Hey everyone, this is my reaction to the 60th episode of Hunter x Hunter. And last episode, we're basically working on our strategy to get Greed Island, or not so much get Greed Island, but rather work on getting chosen to be one of the adventurers that gets to go inside of Greed Island, like somebody else's copy of Greed Island. It's kind of what we're doing now, and we are working on getting cool new abilities to that end. Killua's got his lightning. Kilowatt. It just kind of clicked in my head how much sense that makes. But anyway, yeah, Killua, he's pretty cool. And then Gon's just kind of, I think he's mostly working on just punching people better. I mean, I think it was something like that, like focusing his energies into his fists, like kind of like your Gyo thing, except for fists. I think that was kind of the thing there. But I'm sure we'll get to see more of what he's doing, get maybe more clarification on it, later on, maybe this episode, maybe another one. Who knows? But all I do know is that I think we're going to spend probably a while in Greed Island once we get there. Like, it's pretty predictable that they will get to go into the game one way or the other. Like, there's no way that wouldn't be the case. The opening seems to show a lot of them in it. So, that could be a lot of fun. Just being able to go to like a completely different environment with kind of really different rules and stuff. And that I'm really looking forward to that, actually. I want to see what we do with that and meet new characters, So let's just get into it. 3, 2, 1, play. Makes sense. But yeah, Kurapika also doing his own thing. Kind of taking a step out of the plot for now. Yeah, I wouldn't want anyone over here. Yeah, they became pretty good friends, it seems like. I mean, Melody is easy to be friends with, That calm and soothing voice she's got, and... Yes. Wow, that's gotta make him happy to hear. Because, he wants to be a doctor. Yeah, we really haven't had much focus on you and your stuff at all, have we? Like, it just occurred to me, like, everyone else has got a lot more focus than you. Like, noticeably more. I know, I mean, there's not a lot you could do with the whole... It's so cool. Not a lot you could do with the whole doctor thing as far as engaging scenes, like, what, he just sits at a desk and studies, like, I don't know. Until he gets good enough to actually be doing doctoring, I just don't know how much you could really do with that. There's a lot of cool shots in this opening. It's just great to have such a different opening, really. Definitely some characters I want to meet. Without no doubt. And yeah, I want to know more about that dynamic and how that's a thing. Yeah, it looks... it's really hard to tell. Like, it almost looks like it's just a special punch, but also looks like he just kind of summons up a ball of fire and throws it. Like, it goes by too quick to really tell. Like, Hisoka just very clearly part of the group here. So I don't know. And then beginning. Just so much money for a video game. I can imagine how much you would have to spend on DLC. Or a season pass, Yeah, Kurapika's gone. Unfortunate, but... Yeah, I didn't say goodbye. We didn't get to have a heartfelt goodbye and hugs and stuff and tears. It's unfortunate. Oh yeah, I forgot he existed. He played less of a role than I thought he would. Alright. That's really the important thing. Yeah, I mean, I guess he did enough at the end of the day. I just expected more screen time, considering how he was introduced. Yeah, it's impressive. Had 2 zeros. What? That's brilliant. I bet nobody's ever thought of that before. It's not like it's very dangerous or anything, and very difficult. At least we got at least we got a goal now. And then the Hunter x Hunter spinoff with him as a star. And then now begins. Damn. Yeah, you could buy a lot with that. So he seriously bought all 7 copies. Half of his wealth. That must have been really important to him. Like, wow. Well, yeah, they also, yeah, one was stolen. I mean, who really needs 7 copies, honestly? Just eating his sorrows away, I see. Yeah, you would think. Must lead to a very good treasure for that much money to be worth it. Like, Jesus Christ, half your wealth spent on one auction. I can't even fathom that. I mean, he still's got a lot of money, I guess, but still. You don't get to be that wealthy blowing a bunch of it off. So if this guy was that determined to get the copies, I don't think we ever stood a chance to buy them at the auction. Okay, this is what matters. I love the shadow that he's got under him. It looks it's like a shuriken almost, you know. Well, yeah, if you can't use Nen, then obviously no. Oh, there she is. Yeah, okay. That was a girl. So maybe she wasn't an NPC. Maybe she really just the hunter that's going in with us. Okay, that's even better. I think. Actually, I'm not sure. It's cool, though. So Hisoka might get selected as well. That might be why he's there, too. And they're just all kind of forced to work together. That would make sense. I don't think I saw Hisoka, but I wasn't looking for him in the audience. Alright. Privacy. I don't get why his eyebrows are a different color. I guess he just dyes his hair and beard. But just does neglects his eyebrows. Either that or just dyes his eyebrows. Wow. To be unique. Just that skipping was adorable. Can't wait to see what her personality's like. Oh, the one girl's got hair buns. Meatball head. I should rewatch Sailor Moon one of these days. There she is. I wonder what she does. I wonder what her Nen's like. I have so many questions. I feel like Killua's thinking more than Gon is right now. Yeah, 20 people couldn't be bothered. A lot of hair. Yeah, that's certainly interesting. I somehow doubt that's what it means. I think it means they died a horrible, painful death. I mean, they're very picky about it, so they obviously wouldn't be choosing the first ones that walk in. So it seems like being in line is not a good thing. Yeah, they probably just walk out a back exit or something. Yeah, the best are going to be selected, you know, if you're confident in yourself, no need to run to the line. Yeah. Yeah, that's the big problem. Yep. 20, huh? Well, that's not too bad. I think that gives us a good shot. I doubt there's 20 people here better than Goen and Killua. Maybe like 10 or 12, but not 20. Like, I'm sorry, I was daydreaming. What? Well, yeah, I mean, they want to see what everyone can do. So who are you? I mean, you're very talkative. Goen's very good at that, though. You've already murdered everyone else in the line. Let's get more people coming. Very interesting shaped head he's got going on there. I was kind of thinking the same thing. Like, this guy, I don't know if things are gonna go for as well for him as he thinks they are. So yeah, where did everyone go? I guess they just moved to a different room. I don't know. Doesn't really matter. We'll find out soon enough. Huh. Oh, it's probably like a dark labyrinth that everyone's trapped in. That's probably what it is. Like a dark Nen labyrinth. Because I don't see much back there, so it's gotta be something odd. But I guess he did find a door. Okay. Can I show you my electricity? Still doesn't tell us where everyone else went, though. Okay, show you my bitty bitty. I think he's impressed already. Oh, it looks so cool. Man, Kilowatt. I think he is impressed. Yeah, so what do you think? You like it? I see then. Your hair is a little bit well, he did hit himself with a taser a little bit. Yeah, for family reasons, yeah. Torture reasons, punishment reasons, I don't know. Okay, so this is where the ones that didn't suck went, I guess. So yeah, I was right. My initial guess was right. They just went to go sit in a room together after they, went to the initial, the initial sieve. What would you call it? The first pass through where you get rid of the weakest ones, and then you determine which of the remaining ones are going to be chosen. Like preliminary round. I don't know. Yeah, of course, going to take too long either. We didn't even get to see his though. Yeah, did you just like break the wall or something? Yep, he broke the wall. I guess that got his. Guess that got his attention. So, how many are there? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, about. Yeah, around 20. I figured. So all these people get to go then, if there's only that many. Yeah, I guess he did pass after all. The talkative guy. Yeah, we don't have a lawyer to look at this, but you look like one sort of, so could you, give it a quick look? Right, standard. I see how it is. Whew. Wow. That's not bad. We could basically buy a copy of Great Alien with that, but wouldn't need to if we finish what we're doing. Yeah, that's the only problem. Like, what if there's something there that we want to keep? Something of sentimental value, father related, I don't know. So, is father in the Green Island? Like, I feel like that's gotta be what it's kind of been hinting at, right? That would make the most sense. Because I don't see what else they could possibly get out of Green Island of any real value related to Jing. But definitely a chance to meet some hunters that are already in there that have been there for a while. They could be interesting to talk to. The Shinkansen. I guess they're tuckered out. I would be a little bit nervous to go into this area. It does not look super trustworthy. It kind of looks like a place you bring your kidnapped victims, but okay, it looks a bit better now. Wow, look at those old school video game consoles set up with like the audio visual cable and stuff. Yellow and whites. I remember that. I used to have a Super Nintendo. I know how that goes. Okay, so just one starting zone. don't overwhelm us too much with information. The order, is it important? So are we not gonna all go in at once, or like are we gonna wait for some people to die before another one goes in? Because that could be a thing they do. Okay, that's pretty lucky. That would be him. 17th. Wow, Killua, you did not do as well. So much for them going in together. Okay, that's good to know. I see no reason why not to trust him. Yeah, put the ring on. I can't remember what the ring does. I'm pretty sure they mentioned it last episode. There we go. We've entered Sword Art Online. Okay, so it seems like we're all gonna go in more or less the same time. Like, not gonna be any big gaps. I thought maybe he might wait for some people to die before more people went in, but I guess that wouldn't really be the case because that would take a long time and they all wouldn't just wait in that room for that, so. I guess it was a silly theory anyway. Oh yeah, she's from the opening. I remember her from the opening. This is what she is. Okay. It's just very interesting character design. I love it. A little bit overboard on the eyes, but. Book and gain. Book. And just it's book in English too, which is interesting. Not a hone. Oh, so cards are an important part of the game. Okay. It wasn't just that one guy's thing. Okay. Yeah, because I do remember the cards from the opening as well. It's like playing Yu-Gi-Oh, I guess. Oh, no numbers. Oh, okay, like free spaces then, I guess. Free slots, yeah, okay. Okay, that's a pretty good amount of free slots, actually. So to win the game by collecting all the cards, that makes sense. So how did the free slots come into play then? So items become cards. So I don't get to enjoy that sword very long. Okay. So, like, okay, I gotcha. That's cool. So it's kind of like an inventory thing. I think so, I understand the gist of it. Huh. A limit. So kind of like a durability thing, almost. Of 3, that's pretty low. I see, well that's unfortunate. I'm paying attention. Oh, damn. I mean, I'll go back and watch that again later to make sure I got it all, but I think I got most of it. Goen's like, I'm done with the tutorial, I just want to get in the game and kill things. Okay. Well, yeah, because other people want your stuff, I mean... Okay. Thank you, Tutorial-chan. I'm ready to go into the game now. But Hisoka didn't seem to be among them, so I guess he'll just go with the enemy side, which I suppose makes sense. It just makes it working together a little bit more of a roundabout thing. Okay. Nice. I would never expect such a thing. Okay. I'm sure it's a very nice game. A specific item. Didn't this see how to collect all 100 to leave? Like I said, I'm definitely gonna rewatch that whole explanation later. So, okay, yeah, this is the world. It's hard to believe that that's the room we were in, like inside that thing. Well, that's a lot of open space, and not even a starting town. This is a harsh game. And yeah, that's the thing. I guess Go will probably wait for Killua to show up. We didn't actually get much of her, like we saw her, enough to know that she's a participant, but I don't think she ever said a word. But we'll be friends, so we'll get there. I just really want to know what her personality is. Like, is she tsundere? Is she a shy girl? Is she very assertive? Like, what is she like? I can't quite tell from the... Twin Tail makes me want to call her a tsundere, but I don't want to be prejudiced. Yeah, Gon also has that thing around his neck, which I'm pretty sure he does not have right now. So, is that the specific item Jing was talking about? Reason, Yuzu. Just Killua looks so cool with the electricity. Like, I wish I could look that cool with electricity. Wish I could use electricity at all. Tutorial, yeah, we got some of that. Just straight up trading card game in a language I can't read. Oh, cool. It's just a rock. I found a rock. Does that count as an item? You're like, I have so many questions about this world and the objective of the game. Because, like, they said collecting items and stuff fill the 100 slots, but, like, what items count? Like, dude, would a random rock really count for one of the 100 slots? And just, I don't know. I'm sure we only got the basic tutorial. I'm sure we'll get more over time. Once you actually see him find an item and get into the book, it'll make a lot more sense, I'm sure. But anyway, that was the 60th episode of Hunter x Hunter, and good stuff here. Kurapika went on his own to go do stuff, you know. Didn't say goodbye to Gon and Killua, which Gon was a little bit sad about, but sometimes it's good to just avoid those sad goodbyes, because I don't want to feel sad. So that's that. And we did the thing. We went to the room to figure out exactly, to prove that we're worthy to go into the game, you know. Because I was very curious how that would all work. There was a lot of speculation about what to do in the room. A lot of discussion about how you should handle it. So, because some people went to the line pretty quickly, you know, as if first come, first serve, which is obviously not going to be the case. It's clearly a meritocracy, like, people that are powerful will be accepted, people who aren't won't. So getting to the line earlier than somebody else really doesn't help you at all, which is why, you know, a decent amount of people were just kind of hanging back, relaxing, because they would get a chance to go eventually, and you seem less desperate that way as well. So, but I wasn't sure exactly what the selection would be like, because it was a little bit suspicious the way they talked about how they didn't come back. So when I heard that, the first thing I thought of is like, oh no, they fell into the Shadow Realm, never to be seen again, or something like that, but they're a little bit silly. So then I thought maybe they were just, if you failed, you were let out of a back room to exit the building, you know? That's kind of what I thought. But even if that was the case, where would the winners go? Because there really wasn't a lot of space back there at all. So I figured there would have to be a room for them to wait in. So, and I was right about that. However, I did kind of go through a few extra theories on my head, like maybe there was some kind of Nen labyrinth sort of thing where only somebody that has really good control of Nen could like see the pathway to get to the end, and anyone that gets to the end is obviously good enough with Nen to pass, you know? Like, that's kind of an idea that popped in my head when I saw the limited space back there in the darkness that Killua was walking in, but nah, it was just silly. But we just went to a room, and he's like, okay, show me what you got. And then they would do that. I would kind of wish I could see some of the others, what they could do, but I guess it'd be best to kind of save that for in the field action stuff, you know, surprise and all that. But we did get to see Killua's, and just it was impressive what he did. Like, I think he was the person, the not teacher, examiner, whatever you call it. He was impressed, like very clearly impressed. He was like, "Wow, this kid couldn't do that 4 days ago, could he?" Like, you have to do lots of training and torturous training with electricity to be able to do this, but he can do that. And yeah, the family he grew up in, I'm sure he's experienced all sorts of torture, either as a punishment for failure or as just building up immunity to it. So if he ever does get captured and tortured, he wouldn't give up information or whatever. Like, I'm sure there's plenty of reasons why he would be exposed to that sort of thing in his family, because we did actually see the brother, you know, abusing him and stuff, like a whip or whatever in the dungeon. So no surprise there that he would be accustomed to electricity. But this random guy obviously doesn't know Killua's backstory and stuff. He was just impressed. And Gon, similar manner, he impressed him. However, we didn't see that. He didn't see that quite as much, but having seen the hole in the wall, we can kind of fill in the blanks well enough. And we both passed. And the guy said there'd be about 20 people accepted, and he was, you know, right. But like 21 people there. One of which was a twin-tailed girl, who I'm very curious about and want to see more of her. Other than her, nobody really in the group really got my attention. Like, let's see if I can go to a shot that actually shows the group real quick. I mean, yeah, this group here, this one at 15:51 seconds is a pretty good one. So, out of the group, nobody really stands out too much aside from her. Like, I mean, we have the guy that talked a lot, going to Killua, you know, in the room. We have the girl, her hair certainly grabs my attention. Kind of comes out and poofy, almost like, what was her name? The girl with the love kiss thing. Kind of a similar hairstyle, just nowhere near as attractive as her. But that's that. Everyone else looks not that exciting to me. Like, nobody, aside from going to Killua, nobody there looks as important as the twin-tailed blonde girl. Like, nobody screams main character as much as her. But, I don't know. We do have the one person next to her. That's the fat guy with hair, you know? The ugly-looking one. He looks like he could come into play. Like, he looks a bit interesting. So, I don't know. But nobody, aside from her, screams like person that's gonna, like, travel with us and be buddy-buddy. Like, nobody else kind of screams that the way she does. And we don't really see anything like that in the opening aside from with her. But Hisoka, like I said, Hisoka meets up with them somehow. So obviously you have to go in on his end for the stolen copy, but that's obvious. But how would they meet up? Like, is it just they just entered a conflict together and they work together because of some common goal? Like I don't understand why Hisoka would work together with them in Great Island. I'm kind of racking my brain trying to think about that. That's why I mentioned maybe Hisoka being a member of the 20, even though that didn't make a lot of sense because his group already had a copy. But that's the only way I could rationalize him being together with them like that. So I don't know. I guess my point is I have a lot of questions still about a lot of things. So, but that's good though. That means they can flesh it out. And we learned about the specifics of the game after going inside. Basically, it's a card collection game. So that's interesting. Like you collect cards, items become cards, cards can become items again to be used. They have a limit of how much they can be used though. And you have to collect 100 of them to exit the game, I think she said. So, but then there's also the 45 free slots. So I guess that's for like, I'm guessing the 1 through 100, all those are like very specific items, but the 45 free slots, you could do anything like a rock or whatever. If you just want to throw a random rock at someone, like it's not something you want to collect any real goal for any winning goal, but it's an item that might come in handy that you don't want to keep in like a regular bag. I guess that's what the 45 free slots could be for. So, but yeah, just very interesting where we're going now. This very unique arc that we started here, and I'm very much interested to see how things go. So, thank you for watching, and a special thanks to Cnouki for supporting the channel. If you enjoyed this video, I hope you consider clicking the like button and leaving a comment, because that's a great and easy way to let me know that people want more. If you want to do something big to help the channel, you can support me on Patreon and get nice benefits like early access to certain videos. See you next time.